The Galactic Senate was full of noise. Aliens from every corner of the universe were shouting. One by one they raised their hands, voting to enslave Earth. They said, humans are too dangerous, too wild, too emotional, too fast. They should serve us, not grow stronger. Earth was not invited to the vote. They didn't even know it happened, but one human did, and he was already preparing. In the center of the galaxy, inside a shining station that floated near a dying star, the Council of Species gathered. It was the largest meeting of aliens in over 1,000 years. Over 300 different alien races were present. Each one had a voice. Each one had a vote. At the center of the round chamber stood a tall figure, the Speaker of the Council. His skin was pale silver, and his long arms moved like smoke. He raised his voice. Today, we decide the fate of Earth, the human world. A quiet murmur moved through the room. Screens lit up, showing videos of Earth humans fighting wars, destroying forests, creating machines, building cities, launching rockets. Some aliens laughed. Some looked disgusted. They are violent, unpredictable, primitive, said one alien leader with green glassy eyes. They multiply too fast, said another with sharp spines running down its back. In 200 years, they will cover half their star system. They will become dangerous, said a third, tapping its claws. We must enslave them now, before they rise. The vote began. One by one, alien voices echoed in the chamber. Yes, 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 enslave them. Put them under control. The final vote, 296 said yes, 3 said no. 4 did not vote. It was done. Earth would be enslaved, but none of the aliens noticed the small screen blinking red in the corner of the room, a hidden signal sent back to Earth. Back on Earth, a young woman named Commander Ilara Rains sat inside a hidden base deep under the Rocky Mountains. She was beautiful, but not in a soft way. She had sharp eyes, strong hands, and a calm voice that made soldiers listen. When the signal came, she stood slowly. They voted, she whispered. They think they're ready. Behind her, metal doors opened. Giant screens came to life, showing alien ships, council members, and their plans. A quiet smile formed on her face. Then it's time we show them. Earth has been preparing too. Unknown to the council, Earth had known about the aliens for over 40 years. Since the first satellite picked up a strange signal from Jupiter's shadow, humans had been building, hiding, and waiting. The world governments had united under one purpose: defense against the stars. A secret military force called Project Orion had grown in silence. Underground bunkers, space fleets, quantum weapons, all created in secret. And at the center of it all was Commander Elara. She turned to her officers and gave a simple command. Far above Earth, dozens of alien ships were already on the move, preparing to enter orbit. Their leaders believed Earth had no defense. They were wrong. As the alien fleet crossed into Earth's system, something strange happened. One ship disappeared, then another, then 10 more. Their signals vanished. Their images went black. In the council room, a warning rang across the monitors. The speaker frowned. Impossible. They have no space force. But they did. And now, Earth was awake. The aliens had voted for slavery, but they forgot to ask one question. What happens when the prey turns out to be the predator? The Galactic Council had passed the vote. Earth would be enslaved. The aliens cheered. They saw Earth as a small, loud, chaotic world. The Council believed humans were emotional, weak, and divided. They fight among themselves, said a reptilian warlord. They can't even agree on one language, said a blue-skinned noble. So the ships were sent. Not just one species, but dozens. Each one wanted a piece of Earth. Each one wanted slaves, resources, land, but they didn't understand. They didn't know Earth's secret. When the first invasion fleet arrived, they entered Earth's orbit. Their scanners showed no global defense shield, no space cannons, no battle stations. Defenseless, whispered the alien commander, this will be easy. His fleet dropped from orbit, passing over cities, forests, deserts. Then, one ship vanished. No explosion, no warning, just gone. The command center was silent. Then another ship disappeared. And another. Panic spread. A captain screamed, we are under attack. But, from what? No one could see the enemy. No missiles. No ships. No energy blasts. Just silence. Then a message appeared on every alien screen, glowing in red. We saw your vote. Now see our answer. That's when Earth's defense finally showed itself. Not a space fleet. Not a giant weapon. But humans. Not dressed in uniforms. Not backed by the UN or armies. They came in old ships, strange suits, and unknown designs. One human stood on the edge of an alien deck, uninvited. He smiled. You voted to enslave us, he said. Bad vote. The alien general reached for a weapon, but it melted in his hand. The human tilted his head. We learned from watching you. Then he vanished, like a ghost. That ship never made it back. Across the galaxy, the story spread. Earth wasn't weak. Earth was watching. For years, they listened, learned, waited. They didn't build armies. They built people. And some of those people were no longer human. Back at the Galactic Council, fear replaced pride. They weren't supposed to fight back, cried one species. They were too emotional to unite, screamed another. But now Earth's message echoed across the stars. You thought we were divided? You thought we were weak? You were wrong. And that was just the beginning. The Council had voted to enslave Earth. Now they were waiting for Earth's vote. And humans, they didn't need meetings. They sent one ship, just one, and the entire galaxy began to pray. The chamber doors opened with a soft hiss. Every alien in the Grand Council turned to look, and there he was. One human walking in alone. No guards, no weapons, no fear. He wore a simple black suit. His face was calm, his eyes sharp. Room fell silent. Dozens of alien empires. Thousands of years of power, and yet, they all leaned back as if this one human was more dangerous than an army. Name yourself, a council voice boomed. The human stopped at the center of the room. He looked up. My name doesn't matter. He said, I'm here for Earth. One of the insectoid rulers hissed. We didn't invite you. You didn't invite the consequences either. The human replied, smiling coldly. Gasps filled the chamber. The elders whispered. Some reached for silent alarms. Others scanned a human for weapons. They found none, but that only made things worse. The human pulled something from his pocket, a stone smooth, black, ancient dot. Every alien in the chamber felt a chill. One by one, sensors began failing. Screens went dark, power flickered. What is that? A general shouted. The human looked at the stone. This a message from Earth's true defense. He placed the stone on the council floor. It pulsed once. A hologram shot up. But it wasn't a picture of Earth. It was a warning. Thousands of alien ships destroyed. One planet's defense system untouched. Time of destruction 0.3 seconds. I came alone, the human said quietly, because one is enough. He stepped forward. For centuries, you called Earth primitive, emotional, divided. You were wrong. We watched, we waited, we grew. You thought we were noise, but we were the silence before the storm. A massive warlord stood, slamming his fist. You threaten the council? You're outnumbered. The human turned to him, eyes calm, voice soft. You're already outmatched. He pressed a button on his wrist, and then every ship in orbit around the council planet vanished from the sensors. Not destroyed, not jammed, just gone. No one knew how, not even the machines. That's when the panic began. I'm not here to beg, the human said. I'm here to warn. The next time you vote to enslave Earth, vote with fear. He turned, walked out. No one stopped him, no one dared. That day, the galaxy learned something terrifying. Humans don't shout to be heard. They walk in silence, and make the loudest noise of Alda. Stars moved strangely that night, above the council. World telescopes picked up something. Strange. New constellations, unknown movements, shadows that shouldn't exist. A scientist blinked at the data. That can't be right. He zoomed in, and what he saw made him stop breathing. Ships, but not Earth's, and not from any known empire. Thousands of ships, giant, silent, covered in silver scales and dark runes. Ships that had no engines, no heat, just drifting with purpose. 1 hour later, the galaxy's top analysts confirmed it. But these ships weren't in any database. Not from any trade routes, not even from history. Who are they? A nervous voice asked in the council. The reply came slowly. We don't know. The fear returned. Why would Earth hide this? And why did these unknown ships only appear after Earth was threatened? An elder whispered, this was not Earth's warning. This was their promise. Back on Earth, in a deep underground facility, 3 humans sat at a round table. They didn't look like politicians. They didn't speak like soldiers. But one thing was clear. They were in control. A silent screen behind them showed the council planet. The alien panic? The shadows above. One of the humans leaned back. They saw the fleets. He asked. Another nodded. Just enough. Let them wonder. And the agreement with the forgotten species? I first asked again. The third one, a woman with cold eyes, smiled faintly. They still owe us. We saved their world 500 years ago. This is them repaying the favor. Far above, in space, the strange ships stopped moving. They didn't aim weapons. They didn't send messages. They just waited. Silent guardians, watching, waiting in the council hall. The panic turned to whispers. What did Earth trade for this protection? Who did they save? Why didn't we know? That's when a message appeared across the galaxy. One sentence, from Earth's deep channel. We never asked to be feared, but we will not be forgotten. Suddenly the entire balance of power shifted. No empire dared move. No fleet dared fly toward Earth. No council dared vote without shaking. Because now, they didn't just fear humans, they feared whoever stood behind them. It began with silence. No explosion, no warning. Just a star went dark. Then another, and another. Across 3 sectors, entire systems blinked off the map. No debris, no distress calls, just emptiness. The council panicked. Was it Earth? Someone whispered. Double quotes, no. Earth hasn't moved. That made it worse. Because Earth didn't need to move. Others were moving for them. The ancient species called the Valeria race that vanished 1,000 years ago appeared suddenly in the outer rim. Their ships pulsed with time, energy, no translation, no threat, They just erased a council outpost and vanished again. Messages poured in from across the galaxy. We swear loyalty to Earth. We didn't vote to enslave them. Please don't let the shadows come to us. But Earth remained. Quiet, no reply, no broadcast. Just stillness, a terrifying stillness. One young council scout, curious and afraid, flew near Earth's orbit. He expected warships, satellites, death machines, but he saw children playing in parks, elders feeding birds, farmers working the land. He reported back. They looked peaceful, ordinary. His commander didn't believe him. They must be hiding something. They were deep beneath the surface, under ancient mountains. Humans stood in front of blinking maps. They tracked every move, every whisper, every trembling empire. One human smiled. They still think it's about weapons. Another chuckled. They never understood. Our power was never in guns. The room fell silent. It's who chooses to stand with us. Bullet was fired. No fleet was launched. But one by one, alien empires fell apart. Not because of Earth, but because of the fear around Earth. Old enemies vanished, forgotten species returned, and they all whispered the same thing. Earth is not alone. In the Great Hall of Judgment, one council elder stood and spoke. We have not declared war. Another voice replied, no, but war has declared us. It didn't begin in a lab. It didn't rise from machines. It wasn't some hidden super soldier, no. Earth's real weapon was born from something much older, and much more dangerous. A promise. Centuries ago, Earth saved a dying alien child from a crashed ship. No questions, no demands, just kindness. That child grew up, and now, he was the supreme warlord of the Krillok Swarm, the largest armada in the Western Spiral. He had not forgotten Earth's kindness. When the Council voted to enslave Earth, he turned his fleet away from war and whispered one word, protect. But it didn't stop there. In the cold black holes of the Norn Void, the ancient beings called the listeners stirred. They owed Earth a debt. Once Earth helped them find their missing home planet using only human heartbeats and sound math. Now, the listeners came out of silence, to defend, to shield. The Council had weapons. Earth had loyalty. The Council had fear. Earth had friends. Inside Earth's hidden command center, old human generals watched a silent screen. They saw fleets rearranging themselves across the galaxy. None wore Earth's flag. But all moved for Earth. One junior human officer whispered, why are they helping us? An old soldier smiled without turning his head. Because long ago, when we were weak, we helped them. Then the stars shifted. One by one, the great empires pulled back from Earth's skies. Not out of peace, not out of mercy, out of respect, and fear. A final message arrived to the Council's chamber. It came not from Earth but from over 12 different alien empires. It read, touch Earth, and we all become Earth. The Council froze. They understood now. Earth didn't build an army. It became one. And still, Earth said nothing. It simply waited because Earth knew the next move wasn't theirs. The Galactic Council gathered again. Same hall, same chairs. But this time, the air was heavier. The last vote had almost started a war. Now, they were here to vote again. But something had changed. This time, Earth wasn't begging, wasn't even present. High Chancellor Victo clicked his claws nervously. Begin the vote, he ordered. A glowing screen floated above the table. It showed 2 words, human status, threat, or ally. One by one, alien hands hovered over their choice. First came the silent races, those who speak with colors and thoughts. They all chose ally. Next came the proud warrior species. Even their teeth chose ally. Then came the traitors. Those who once called for Earth's slavery. They paused, but when they saw the 14 massive fleets orbiting behind Earth like guardian ghosts, even they chose ally. But then, the lights flickered. A strange signal interrupted the vote. Not a message. Not a threat, a laugh. It echoed across every screen. A calm, deep laugh. A human laugh. Then the voice followed. A human voice. Not angry, not proud. Just amused. You're late, the voice said. The galaxy already chose. You just didn't notice. Suddenly, the screens around them began to show images. One by one, a human soldier carrying a wounded alien across a burning battlefield. A human medic feeding a starving insect child on a forgotten moon. A human engineer fixing ships that weren't even Earth's. A human farmer sharing food with a rival species after a storm. Scene after scene, not of war, not of technology, of trust, of quiet power, of hearts that never demanded thanks. The Council sat in silence, and then, the final image appeared. He stood alone, armor cracked, face bruised, surrounded by thousands of aliens. Not as enemies, as allies. He had no crown, no throne, but the galaxy bowed to him. The human voice returned, softer now. We never asked to lead. We only asked to be left alone. But if leadership means protecting the weak, then we accept. And just like that, the vote ended. Not with a bang, not with a scream, but with respect. The screen blinked one last time, revealing the final result. Humanity declared peacekeeper of the Galactic Council, permanent. Far away, on a quiet Earth farm, an old man in uniform smiled. He turned off the screen. Behind him, flowers grew. children laughed, and the sky above Earth remained peaceful.